Okay, in each module, I'll give you a link, a little explanation of what they're talking about with the Skillport Virtual Lab, but just click on it. So that's like you click on that, and you're going to go straight to Skillport, and then each one of these bullets are the modules you'll find, as we'll see in just a second. So I'm in Skillport now. You don't see this because this is like an administrator page in Skillport, but when you go there, the fastest way to get to our particular module for Windows Server 2016. Now, wait, before I say that, once you go there and you know, you log off and you go on, and then you come back again, it'll be down here. You won't have to go through this process because it's going to have recently viewed wherever you've been in Skillport. So you would just click one. Now you see there's Server 2016 right there for me, but I'm going to show you for the first time. So you would click Library, okay, and you see right over here, Skillport Virtual Labs. So you click that. Give it a second. Okay, so then you come to all the virtual labs. They're all in here. Now what's nice is here I got categories. Now we're doing Windows Server 2016. Well, that's a Microsoft product. So that would be under these Microsoft skills. If you were in an A+ class, and some of you are in maybe another class of mine, we do A+ 1 and 2. We do, I have a Security Plus class that starts in another week or two. That would be under CompTIA, Security Plus. And if you were doing any of these other vendors, you see Cisco there, if you were doing anything with that, that's what you would click. But we're doing Windows Server, Microsoft, so we click that. Okay, so now, excuse me, I have all the Microsoft virtual labs that they have. Now, I happen to know on this particular one, if I jump down to, I believe it was page 7, so that gets me to 5, 6, and 7. Install Windows Server. Here you go, right here. Okay, so you would just click Launch. And again, you give it a second. Otherwise, if you search for it, there's different things you can get mixed up on, but go into this way that I'm going. Remember, it was on the 7th page. Once you went into Microsoft, it filtered all virtual labs for Microsoft when I did that. On page 7 is where you'll see Windows Server 2016, you know, right here. That's the one you want. Installation, storage, and compute with Windows Server 2016, and then just hit launch. Now I did that, and now this page opens up for me. Okay, now over here, you can see all the individual labs, okay? And you can also see here, the first 3 are those ones that I bulleted in Module 1. So those are the ones for Module 1. Of course, the ones that follow will be for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in their modules. Okay, so let's check this out. So, okay, I'm starting out here with the first one, installing Server Core in progress, because I already went in and started. But you would click on that, and then just click on that. Okay, and then here's the Start button. There's information here if you want to look at it. Otherwise, just close it after you read it. And then click Start. And again, whether this is a Windows Server class or a Security Plus class or ethical hacking class that I also do this with, yeah. Okay, so here's the lab, you know, and they're really good about, now you see this one's self-starting by itself. I think they mentioned that in the first the directions here, that one's going to start. Now here's what's important for you guys in these labs whenever you're doing them. This very first one that you see there, busy means it's starting up. That's a good thing. That is what they call the domain controller. None of those other machines can start until that domain controller is up and running. Why is that? Anybody can tell me why? It hooks the whole network. For example, we're in a network. You got a domain username and password. Where does it go to authenticate you to be able to log in? The domain controller. So if the domain controller is down, you can't log in. And the other servers need that domain controller running. And so you see, now it's in the on position, but I wouldn't start until this thing fully stops, and you see and then you know it's up. I think they mentioned another machine to do something with here, but just going through this one. Device is not connected. If you ever get that message, they say just go up to the top. Let me close this. Up to the top. You're going to see another, wait, bring this bar down. That right there, they said you just click that. So I click it, and you'll see it come in now. Now I'm on my desktop with Server Manager. Okay. And so what this is a splash screen within it. My resolution's taking up a lot of space here. I'll full screen it in just a second. But if I was to go, I'm on the actual desktop for the server right now. If I was to see this right here and minimize it, you see I'm on it. That's a splash screen that comes up on a server every time, because all the roles and all the things that you can do on a Windows server are right there. Yes?
If I downloaded game software and installed Windows Server on my own,
You're not going to have. You're going to have multiple. Notice you see 3 servers here, 3 different things you can do. One of them is installation. Sometimes you'll be doing something with multiple servers. You can, and go through some of these steps. Absolutely. Okay, so also you notice on this left side here, these are like your instructions. Okay, so in this particular one, you're installing Server Core. It provides you with the instructions to do these hands-on exercises, which is going to include Windows Server 2016, installing it, the standard edition, configuring it, and then managing through PowerShell. Now, and they always tell you 1 hour. They're always conservative on the time that they give you. Hour. It may just take you a half hour. It could take you 45 minutes. It might take you an hour. I don't know. But it's not going to take you any more than that. Okay? So then you go, okay, what are the objectives? And they tell you here. They give you a little here's the network that you're on doing this. Yes?
Is there any way to prevent the auto logout, or will it just automatically log you out?
The auto logout?
Is there any way to prevent it?
I can try to find that out for you. I'm not sure off the top of my head. It's automatically logging you out.
You know, I'm saying like.
Yeah, like there's a timer right there above like the power and the refresh symbol like near the bottom that says auto logout 56 minutes.
If you click on that auto logout, it resets it back to 60.
Oh, okay.
It's at the bottom?
Yeah, at the bottom.
on the black bar.
Where like all the machines are listed.
Oh.
Over? No.
No, where the machines are listed, that gray bar.
Yeah, go left.
The bottom left.
No.
Bottom left.
Left, right there.
There, warmer.
This is 55.
There you go.
There you go, up there. Up,
Down.
down. There, there.
Oh, yes. I need more coffee. Yes, you just click on it, and when you see that thing start getting down to maybe 10 or 5 minutes, just click on it. It's going to reset it back up to 55 or 60 minutes again. Okay, good question. So if you guys have questions about stuff like that, now's the time to ask, because it'll help answer some other questions. So yes, we can click this. Let's say I'm down to 4 minutes on this right here. If I just click this, it'll shoot me back up and start me again at 60 minutes, so I can stay on and do whatever I need to do. Yes, ma'am.
When it tells you connect to a computer, does it mean in the server, or does it mean actually go?
Okay, is this something in the instructions? Okay, we're going to go through there right now and see. I'm going to go through this with you, get to these first initial steps. There will be other machines. We may be having to turn this machine on right here. I believe is in this exercise. And of course, all you do there is hit power on, let it go through the same thing. It'll do the little bar. It'll say busy. It's loading up, and then it'll all of a sudden come up. Okay, so you got all this going on. In this module, you'll be working on the following equipment to carry out steps defined in each exercise. So let's look at these little importance here. When you start a module, in this case, this guy we started up. This is our domain controller. We'll be powered on first. The indicator light will stay on in the power when the device is ready. Of course, you saw that little trick too. If it wasn't connecting, we just go up there and we hit this little icon right here, and it gets you connected, and you'll see your desktop. Just want to ensure that certain Windows services like Active Directories is successfully started to avoid any errors on that. Please note that some network devices require Active Directory. That's what I was saying. Always start Active Directory first. Okay, so yes, this is what we're on right now. This first one, it's a Windows Server 2016 domain controller. Then our next one that they're going to want to use, and again, you can go ahead and start that up if you want to. It's just a regular Windows 2016 domain member server. So just a regular server, that's M01, that's this one here. So if I wanted to start that, just come right down here and click on that button, and you'll see its process of getting up and going. Here's some copyright things here, copy and pasting. I guess you can print or download to a local hard disk some of these instructions if you need to. And if, you know, especially like if you know, maybe you had dual monitor or something like that, or you wanted to go through it without starting it up, or in your case.
I found it.
All right? So that left-hand pane is key for you for the instructions. What you need to do. Okay? So we've accomplished that page one. Everything that they just wanted us to get up and going. We're started. I see I'm on here, so we're good. And here's its little. Again, it's a server too, so you'll get that little splash screen that'll come up on it. Domain controller's on the top. That other server that we just booted up's on the bottom. Again, because I'm displaying out on these big screens and I've got my laptop here, usually you guys can get a resolution where everything's in one spot. You don't have to be scrolling back and forth, back and forth. There is a full screen I'll get to in a minute. So yeah, I'm finished with this first step. 1 of 5 steps. And I will tell you, page 5, the fifth one, is like 2 little things at the very top, and that's it. So there's really just 4 pages. You saw how fast the first one was. So you've really got page 2, 3, and 4 you're going to be doing most of your work in this. So I just click next. And then here we go. Installing Windows Server, blah, blah. It gives you a little explanation of what you'll be doing here with this. And then here we go with our first steps. You're going to create a new virtual machine. So what's nice about Server is that you create this virtual machine and you can practice an installation. And you're already up and going on the Windows Server, but they're taking you, because it has that service on it, they're going to walk you through that installation process. But first you get to create one. Big part of these servers today in Windows is having that virtual role in the server, so in case they want to do virtual machines in their network, it's there for you. Okay? So that's what you would do. Now, don't do this, but I'm just going to end this video. Yeah, so when you're all done, you just click done, and you just sort of exit back out of everything that you see here. And I'll just do the old Control F10. Oh.